Shawn Driscoll here. You know, I just came off of a really difficult weekend where I had to cancel a trip that I had planned to California to meet with my mastermind group. And I had to cancel it at the last minute, like literally 15 minutes before I was supposed to walk out the door to the airport, because my daughter woke up in excruciating pain from a toothache. And we ended up having a 3-day odyssey with the dentist over the weekend and into Monday, with 2 dental procedures that were pretty traumatic for her and for us. And, you know, it was a really hard couple of days. And at the same time that I was dealing with the stress of that, I was also really reflecting on how grateful I am that I have the flexibility and the freedom in my life to really be there for what matters most. And it actually got me thinking about a time several years ago where I had a coach who said that I did not have a lifestyle business. And we had quite a debate about that because at the time my kids were quite young. I was raising my kids. I was taking care of my mother who had had an aneurysm and was able to, be there for her and advocate and be her historical memory and meet with the doctors and do the things that allowed her to stay independent in her home instead of having to live in an institution. Still be there to pick up my kids at the end of the school day and still run my business from home and, make money to contribute to trips and the things that were important to our family, like the kids getting a nice private school education in a school of our choice. And I really took it personal when she said I didn't have a lifestyle business. And so when I asked her why she felt that way, she said it was because, I wasn't holding myself to having a vision of bigger things, that I, wasn't looking at having, a glamorous lifestyle or staying in 5-star resorts or driving a fancy car or any of those things that she thought defined a lifestyle business. And I have to say, it really made me mad, and I called BS on it. Because here's the thing. There are lots of different lifestyles and ways to have a lifestyle business. And the glitz and the glamour and the travel and, the high-end things, that's one way. But it's not the only definition of having a lifestyle business. And for me, the biggest thing is that I can be there for my kids. I could have been there for my mother, that I was able to be the best woman and mother and business person I could be, given all these competing demands for my time and attention. And yes, I like nice things. I love that we've been able to take our children, to Ireland a couple years ago to show them where we were married and let them explore the heritage, since both my husband and I are Irish. I love that my husband and I were able to go to the Rose Bowl and cheer on, our beloved alma mater in winning the Rose Bowl. But those are not the only things that define what I'm in pursuit of as a business owner, and I imagine that that's true for you too. Because here's what I know, that lots of times other people have these big messages and they're very loud and they're very convincing that we should want something else. That in wanting to stay connected to, the things that matter to us and our values, that somehow that gets defined in our space and our industry as playing small or not going big enough. And sometimes we certainly hold ourselves back from having the maximum impact or the maximum income or, the kind of freedom we really want. I'm not arguing with that fact, but what I am saying is that what really matters to me, and what I probably imagine matters to you, is that you can have a lifestyle business that's actually built on your whole life, that allows you to be there for the things that matter most. And that's what most of us got into this for to begin with, right? It wasn't to have the fancy cars or the spa days or whatever, which of course are lovely. And I would never say, you can't have that. But we really got into this business so that we could have more time with our families, so that we could do the things that mattered, so we could pursue the things that, we were passionate about, or the hobbies and the interests that we didn't have time for before. The proudest, deepest work that I get to do as a coach is to help people integrate having a really successful business that is making significant impact and reaching the people that they need to reach and serving at the highest level, but also doing it in a way that honors and gives them back to their life. You know, I've had clients who were traveling, 200, 300 days a year. And for me to help that person cut that travel by 30% gives them back 100 more days with their family every year, even while doubling revenue. That makes me proud that I can give somebody a strategy to get 100 more days at home with their kids and their parents and their husband and their grandchildren and their friends and their community. I've had clients going through major health challenges, and we've been able to find ways to structure the business so that they can make twice as much on half the amount of time, or maybe even keep revenue level because it's enough for what they need, but cut the time significantly by like half so they can really focus on getting well. I've been there with clients who've, been dealing with aging parents and sick children, and finding the ways for them to show up fully in those moments and not let the business suffer, but in fact let the business grow and thrive. That's what I think a lifestyle business is about. And I'm committed to those kind of results. So why am I going on about all this? Because I just want to ask you, please, don't let other people define for you what it is to be successful in your business or what you should be going for. If glitz and glamour and adventure and travel is it, then please pursue that with passion and perseverance. But if it's also being, centered at home, being available to your family, being there for your parents, being there for your siblings or your kids or your spouse or your community, having time, to travel and connect with your roots or go see family that live far away, those things matter. Those are the things that you want to anchor your business decisions so that you can show up fully in your life. You can be profitable. You can make a massive impact, but please don't do it at the expense of your life and your lifestyle and the things that really matter to you. And don't get caught up in the online buzz and definitions that other people have. Right? Don't get caught in comparison of what somebody looks like on Facebook or what they're showing in their most beautiful clothing and jewelry and a fancy car in front of a mansion or any of that. Not that those things are bad, but I think that unfortunately what starts to happen is we think that what we want and what we're pursuing isn't enough, it isn't right, or we shouldn't be doing it. And so my message is, please stand for the things that matter to you in your life. Call BS on anyone who tells you that you're wrong or you're playing small or that that's not enough for you when you know in your heart and in your soul that it is. And be willing to take that stand for what it is that you most want and how you best define success. Because that, I will tell you, is where the magic happens in your business. You can get honest with yourself about what you really want in this life, about who you really want to be and how you really want to show up. That's the magic of being a lifestyle entrepreneur, in my opinion. I'd love to hear from you. If anything I've said has landed for you or has really resonated, or if you've had an experience that you'd love to share with me about what you think it means to you to have a lifestyle business, I'd love to hear it. Until next time, this is Shawn Driscoll. Please lead the way.